Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a good week so far. Well, I believe that so much is happening every day. It's hard to keep up with, but so much is heading our way, coming down the pike towards us, that I believe it is a good time to get a lot of things done that maybe we've been putting off. I've kind of touched on this in other videos, but I wanted to put more time towards it. Now, there's been some other channels also doing some similar talks about this. I know Prepper Now did or Preparedness Now. Yeah, same guy. He has a video on this as well from a couple of days ago. But I just wanted to also weigh in on it and expand on this, and because I think it's just that important. There are, like I said, there's things heading our way, and I'm going to go into that first, and then what we can do about it. But number one, and this is just things that I was thinking about. Share your thoughts too on things that I'm leaving out. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but number one, shortages. Shortages are real, and they're going to intensify, I believe, as we move forward. Things like auto parts, not just food, but uh, auto parts. If you've had your vehicles worked on lately, I've been hearing from people that they've had to wait for a long time for parts to come in to get their vehicles repaired. So if your vehicle needs a repair right now, go ahead and do it. Parts of the semiconductor chips that are used for new vehicles are still a big issue. So if you in need of a vehicle, or if you have it in the budget, or you're in the market for buying a vehicle and you've been putting it off, better to go ahead right now, start your search than even a month from now. Still may be a big issue as far as availability is concerned, and price. Price just keeps going up. Even for used vehicles right now, a used vehicle is more, from what I'm reading, is more valuable now than it was even a month ago. So usually that's the opposite. They depreciate. So very strange times we're in. So also labor, mechanical, workers. So for goods and services, it's just harder to get things done quickly. So whatever you need, go ahead and try to schedule it and get it going. Homes, properties, whether you're renting or buying, we've talked about that. That's very difficult right now. So that's one big thing. Also, too, I think we may be heading for restrictions, or heaven forbid, a lockdown coming again. But I just have a bad feeling about this fall and winter. If you look around, if you've been watching what's going on and around the world, you have other countries and countries that are close to us that have gone back into these COVID restriction type things. So this variant is they're talking about it a lot. So places like the UK and sections of there, they're still on lockdown. In parts of Europe, Australia, some Asian countries, even parts of Canada, South America. And usually that winds its way up or down to us as well. So if we go into something like that, like we did last year, things become more difficult to get done. Doctor's appointments, things like that. So that's something too that may be coming towards us. Remember the panic buying in the grocery stores? Remember that? That was pretty wild. So hope we don't see that again. Another thing, the ongoing threat of cyber warfare. That can hit at any time. They've been doing that for a while now, as we've been seeing. Inflation is not going away. It's going to keep going up. So the cost of goods and services just keeps flowing up. No matter what they say, it is 3%, 4% total. You know what? So the cost of building a home, they say right now, is $30,000 to $40,000 more than it usually is, than it was even a year ago. And they're saying that could last for the next 2 to 3 years, possibly. Crazy. Lumber and other materials, other building materials are a lot costly right now. And labor to do it is probably a big challenge for these people. So those are just a few things right now. So what do we need to be doing? Like I mentioned earlier, auto repairs. If you need that oil changed, you need tune up, you might need a tire or two, regular maintenance, that kind of stuff. Go ahead and get it scheduled and get it done. If if you're able, of course. Any auto repair. Appliances, freezer, fridge, electronics, they may be tough to come by right now. I haven't shopped for any of that lately, so I haven't needed it. Washer and dryer. If you know if yours is on this last leg, go ahead and try to knock it out now. Things like tools, gloves, the things that wear out more, hand tools, the things we use in the yard, things that we use for little home improvement projects. And that's another thing. If there's things you can do like paint, minor repairs, DIY it, do that now as well while we have time. Medical for us and our pets. So medical, like if you need dental work, if you haven't had your teeth cleaned in a while, you can do that. Go ahead and do that. If you know you need work coming up, some dental work other than cleaning, get it on the schedule. If you've already made your appointment, keep it and do it. Okay. Other medical stuff. If you need a procedure you've been putting off for a while, get on, call them, make an appointment. Mrs. Dog made a couple appointments today on things that she needs to get done before the end of the year. So during those COVID restrictions, you remember how elective surgeries were put off for like a year. So, if you have something like that coming up you need to do, now's a good time to do it if possible. So again, elective surgeries, your physicals, blood work, get in and do it. Don't put those things off. Take care of yourself. And your pets. I took the 2 doggies that we have today to the vet to get their annual physical and shots and stuff like that. So make sure you do that and stock up on their food, stock up on pet food. If you are able to take a little vacation, or if you've already done it, awesome. Even if it's a short trip, even if it's like a long weekend somewhere, and you can get out and do that, do it. Have some fun. Be safe, of course. Be aware. Watch where you're going. Physical fitness. Now's a good time to go ahead and make sure we're exercising. Okay, the weather is warmer. The more we can do on that, the better shape we'll be in. If we need, if an SHTF situation pops up or whatever happens, it's so unpredictable now. So anything you can do with that, as you're able, of course, is good. If you're able to purchase a little land, I mentioned this in the last couple of videos too, but if you're able to purchase that, if you got a chunk of money out there, it's never a bad idea to purchase a little piece of land somewhere. Okay, I think it's a good idea to keep cash on hand. I think financial institutions and our communications is a big target for the next cyber attack. So I think, if things go down to where we can't use credit cards, debit cards, it's a good idea to have cash on hand. At least in the short term, these merchants wouldn't be able to sell you anything, use your cards, so they'll take cash. So keep some on hand, not a whole lot, but we always keep some out in different places. Keep your automobile tanks full of gas. I don't let mine go below half a tank. So if an emergency happens, you've got gas in there to get somewhere in an emergency. You don't have to worry about where am I going to stop? I'm going to have to stop in a bad place or something like that, or a bad area. Keep it full. Shore up your defensive tools, your security around your home, or just other basic tools, defensive tools rather. Food and water, of course, keep stacking that as well. And pray up, pray every day, all right? And let's support each other, support those that are around you in your MAG, your mutual assistance group, or who you depend on, okay? So I think those are good things to do as well. Share your thoughts. If I'm leaving something out, I probably have. Share it with the rest of the group. The comments are always awesome. There's a lot to learn. If you take the time, go through the comments on these videos. There's so much good information being passed around. You guys are intelligent, experienced, a lot of good nuggets out there, okay? So I really appreciate that. Please keep it up. But for now, I will go, and God bless you, okay? And take care. Be safe out there. I'll see you soon.